Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Logistics, where there's one thing that I want to do here real quick before we dive into continuing our route code here. We do already have a box collider on the origination point, that is good, but one thing I would like to do, perhaps, is differentiate between clicking on the actual object and clicking on the waypoint path. The waypoint path should be to select the waypoint, right? Whereas clicking on the actual waypoint itself should allow us to drag the waypoint around. So one thing I want to do is look up real quick Unity on mouse down and check to see which collider was clicked. Is there a way to do that? Because it doesn't give us any information here. Is sent to all scripts of the collider, GUI element, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I want to know, though, which of our colliders was actually checked. Like, I'm sure there's a way to do this. It seems like this would be a very simple thing, right? I mean, we could fire a raycast and determine it from hit.collider. Maybe? Yeah, this isn't very helpful. I think we are going to need to fire a ray, which is a bit unfortunate. Which means that this is going to need to know the camera, or at least have a reference to camera.main. I don't like using camera.main, though. I don't like that at all. For one thing, it's kind of black magic, and I don't know how it works. But, yeah, I think we're going to need to do it. So we would do raycast hit, and then if physics.raycast, and then we would toss in camera. No, we need the static class. Camera.main. This is screen to world point. Or no, screen point to array. What am I talking about? Then we need input.mouse position. It's really awkward. Our max distance should basically be mathf.infinity. I don't really care about a max distance. Layer mask. Do we care about a layer mask? Not especially. Maybe we just end it there. I mean, maybe we don't even need the mathf.infinity. And just do that. That should be fine. So, oh, we need an out hit. We definitely need an out hit. So, that was easy. Variant 3 there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and then say something along the lines of hit.collider.gameObject. So we do have a reference now to what game object the collider is attached to. So if it's attached to this object, the same object that the waypoint is attached to, then we know it's the waypoint. Otherwise, we know this was a click on the line, right? So if hit.collider.gameObject equals this.gameObject, then we can safely say this is a click on a waypoint. Else, we can safely say this is a click on a line. Okay, So with that information, we can then start to work on our actual code for creating these waypoints. So first things first, let's go ahead and copy this here. Determine if we're right-clicking or left-clicking for now. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that extra line there. And I am going to put in curly braces here because we are going to be needing them soon enough. And I'm going to go ahead and space this on out. There we go. And the same thing here. Space that right on out. Okay, so we will be needing that. And so let's go ahead and say left mouse clicked on a waypoint, right mouse clicked on a waypoint, that's fine. But let's come down here, left mouse clicked on a line versus the same thing here, clicked on a line. Okay. So, when we are actually in our building hex, we're in create route mode, we drop the origination point, and then we instantiate and go into edit mode. However, we don't have edit mode implemented. If we click on a hex in edit mode, okay, this is a little bit out of date here, because we're going to be clicking and dragging directly on the waypoint to move it around. Right? So, yeah. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to implement that quite yet. Let's fire up the game for right now, assuming we don't have any compile errors. I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't. Let's fire up the game for right now and see what the state of this is. It's not going to be great, I can tell you that. But I just want to know where exactly we are here. It looks like we can create the route, but we can't append waypoints to the route just yet. So we're going to need to go ahead and purchase ourselves a piece of land for the origination point, because we can't have an origination point on land we don't own. And then we'll go ahead and come on in here. We will buy this house. Confirm. Okay, and we will go ahead and go into create route mode. We will originate from here. Interesting. Interesting. So, where is it? Is it hidden under the house? Let's find out. Where are you, origination point? Why are you there? That's an interesting place to be. Okay, let's take a look at this spawning code. So, vector3 pose equals business.hexmanager.getBuildingHexPosition. Really? Do we have an error in getBuildingHexPosition? Let's go to the implementation of that. Vector3 pose equals getBiomeHexPosition, hex. So getBiomeHexPosition is implemented here, which just gets the world hex .transform.position and then appends the biomehex by index .transform.local position to that. Should be correct. And then this appends on top of that the transform.local position of the building hex index. Which makes me think that perhaps it's passing the wrong hex? I don't know. Or maybe it's something wrong with the scale? Because... let's, instead of doing .local position, let's do transform.inverse transform point. So or rather, not inverse, but just transform direct, or transform point. From local space to world space. And this will be of the get building hex, or get building hex by index. Okay, this is getting a little cumbersome. Hex.transform.position. Like that. I mean, that's not hugely cumbersome, I suppose. It's just a little bit cumbersome. So we'll do transform point to transform from local space into world space, and then get biome hex by index, and this is going to be a little bit longer to be sure. Hex.world hex, hex.biome hex, and then we will do .transform.position. Okay. We'll see if that gets the position any better, because that way we're transitioning directly from world space, or rather... Unity, you okay there? Oh. Whoa. Unity went onto that monitor for some reason. That was weird. You alive, Unity? I think Unity's alive. Okay, let's go. So we're now going, instead of just plugging in the local position, we're transforming it into world space. I don't think this is going to do exactly what I want to, because I think we need to offset it. Yeah, this isn't going to do exactly what I want it to do, but this will get us a little bit closer. We're going to need to add another line of code there, create ourselves an offset vector. Because we need to do... Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and buy this land right here, this clearing, confirm. And we will go ahead and create root in this clearing. And our root is obviously in a very, very wrong location indeed. Where exactly is it? Over here. It's an interesting place for it to be sure. But yeah, that's a very wrong position. Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to have a vector3 offset equal to this right here. And then we need to subtract out, or actually we need to do pose minus this. And essentially that's what our position should be. So realistically, what if we were to just combine this together into one line, like this, and just return this? So we're taking the biome hex position, and then subtracting from that the transform point of the local position. There we go. That would help. Like that. So this is definitely going to continue to be a little bit cumbersome, but we will go ahead and do that. Okay. Is that going to work? I honestly don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If not, I'll think about what I want to do here, because I'm just not thinking about this very much right now. I'm just like, yeah, it should be fine. But we'll see. So we'll go ahead and let this generate on in. Come on. Bit of a stick at 74% there. Must have been one heck of a garbage collection. Okay. So we'll come on in here, and we will purchase ourselves this factory, and we will go ahead and create a route there. Yeah. As expected. Way off in the middle of nowhere. My question is, Why are we doing this way? Yeah, that's a very good question. Why are we doing this way when we could very simply say that our position is get building hex by index hex dot transform dot position? What are we even doing? And we don't even need to have this be more than, like, we don't even need to allocate a variable here. We can just simply return that. And then as far as the biome hex position, we can do the same thing. We can just do this. Transform.position. And then we would simply return this rather than allocating the variable again. As far as the get world hex position, I'm assuming we have one of those. I don't think we do, actually. Well, we may as well implement one, I guess. Public vector3 get world hex position. And this will be... I mean, we don't even need an int3. We just need an int here. Int index. And then this would just simply be return get world hex by index dot transform dot position. Now, the reason we're not doing this actually is because we can't guarantee that these are actually in the right position. So there is that. We would need to move the subhex manager and then move it back if we were to do it this way. So this way actually isn't going to work either. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode we will make sure that that's working properly. See you all then.